Governor Newsom recognized that the existing CEQA process for getting a permit to conduct a hazard reduction burn took on average 6 years. And so he attempted to put in place a streamlined process to make it easier to get a CEQA permission to do what's called like a back burn or a basic burn off of fuel-rich forests in areas immediately adjacent to housing areas, right? That you could do on like a cool winter's day when there's rain forecast, like today, for example. And there wouldn't be any hazard to anyone. So it's not like people didn't know this was a problem. And after 6 years, he had to admit defeat, that he couldn't make this work, and that actually the streamlined process was even harder to comply with than the bog standard process, which is itself absolutely insane. Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That's insane, right? If you worked for any company on earth and that was how well you managed to do your job, you would be fired instantaneously. And if you worked for the top performing companies like the former Googles and Amazons and Microsofts and Facebooks and SpaceXs and Teslas and so on of this world, the companies that really form the backbone of current American industrial might and represent really our current best hope for competing with the growing industrial might of China, you wouldn't be allowed to fail that badly for 2 days. Like you would be out on your ass, and rightly so, because there's 10 people lining up to take your place who'll give it a more honest shot and actually have a chance of succeeding. And that's just kind of this insane situation that we live in. It's not like I'm opposed to government. Like government has to exist. I'm not like I'm opposed to public services. Public services have to exist. But like I think there's a real conversation to be had here about like how much are we putting in versus how much are we getting out, and how do we make sure that what we're getting out is like keeping pace with productivity gains in the wider economy.